Hi, design darlings. This is Tanisha Denise, and I'm bringing you day 6 of the 12 days of junk journal tutorials. 12 days of Christmas junk journal tutorials. And I'm always getting the day wrong. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, so today, day 6, we're doing altered paper clips. So I want to show you a couple ways to do them or just like 2 ideas for altering your paper clips. So here are 2 altered paper clips, and this is not an original idea. This is from, I cannot remember the lady's name and I apologize, but just sharing her technique with you in case you think this might be fun. So it's like the paper clip itself, like you're not adding, I don't know how to explain it, but the paper clip itself is becoming like jewelry, but not really jewelry, like embellishment. So there are 2 of those. And then here's another. And it's just a normal paper clip. And it's simply been altered by adding a piece of dangling jewelry to it. So it's like, it's almost like a page marker, but then it's also kind of like jewelry and it's embellishment all in one. It's really fun. So I'll show you how to make that too. And then I'll show you just how to attach them and how you can do all that fun stuff. So let's get started. So let's start off with the simple one. For the dangly, all you're going to do is take a bracelet and you're going to take apart pieces of the bracelet and add them to a jump ring, and then add the jump ring to the paper clip. I would suggest using the decent quality paper clips, not the ones from the dollar store. As much as I love the dollar store, their stuff is like plastic or something. This is an old bracelet that my mom gave me, so it's sentimental, has sentimental value. So these paper clips are probably going to be for my own use. And it's old, so I can simply just twist it and it's probably going to break open. That's why I can't wear it, because it broke open. Yeah, I just twisted it and a piece of the metal came off and broke open. It's old. Now, doing this type of doing it in this way, you're going to need jewelry tools. This is I forget what it's called, but it's like flat on the inside, and you can use it to handle your jewelry, like wire tools. This you can use to wrap wire, and this you can use to cut wire. So you probably need some of those type of tools. You can find those real cheap at the hobby stores. So you're probably going to see me need to make a couple jump rings, because I think this is my last one. The way I open them, I just grab one side with the tool, grab the other side with my fingers, and just move it side to side to pull it open. Then I'm going to just put the jump ring through the part of the paper clip that would be coming off the page. Then put a piece of the dangly bracelet on that same jump ring. Then use the flat tool. Sorry, I don't know the names, but I hope that you're getting the gist of it. Use the flat tool on both sides of the jump ring that's open now, and just bring the flat tool together and close them. Or sometimes I have to do this too. Grab one side, grab the other with the tool, and pull it back a little bit past the first jump ring, and it'll kind of go back into place. So the dangly is hanging off the jump ring, and the jump ring is connected to your paper clip. And now you have an altered paper clip that can kind of act as like a bookmark or an embellishment, and it's really simple. And you could probably even like get you a bunch of little fake jewelry from the what's his name, the thrift store, and do a bunch of those, put them on a nice little card and sell them. That would be cute. So that's one idea. The other idea is to do like kind of a collaging on your paper clips. So take a paper clip, add some background paper. So this is a good way to use up your book pages. I like using this vintage, and it's vintage. It's from 1934. It's from a what are those stores called? A vintage mall. It's from like an antique mall. Yeah, that's the right antique mall. And I like using it because it's thin. It has the kind of old color, and it's, you know, kind of authentic. So you'll want to use thinner paper. So if the book pages are thick, I wouldn't suggest using those. Use something on the thinner side. Whoops. Apologize, because you're going to wrap your paper clip. Try to make it, when you're doing your wrapping, try to make it the length so that you will be able to see a decent amount of paper clip. You don't want to see like that much, that's too much, but you want to see a decent amount. So I need to cut this down a little bit more. Probably going to take off, let's guesstimate, 1/4 of an inch. Now let's see. Yeah, that's showing a decent amount of paper clip on both sides. So that's fine, and this is a little bit too long, so let's cut it in half. Alrighty. Now we're just going to use glue stick. Is good enough for this because you're using like thin paper that's easy to glue. So I'll just use a glue stick. And then nestle your paper clip inside. Make the first fold kind of near the edge or to the middle of your paper clip, not on this edge, but like the middle edge or the middle of your paper clip, and then just start wrapping it. If it starts to feel too thick, just cut it. If it ends on a part that you don't like this is not as cute as this, I don't think. Oh, no, they all look like that. Okay, never mind. If it starts to end on a part you don't like, cut it. And then if it ends like on the edge like that, I would cut it so that the edge is in the middle. I feel like it'll stay down better that way. All right. Now, I think that we all have this some little area, pocket, box, or something that just has like scraps of stuff, like little tiny scraps of like embellishment stuff. So you're looking for your embellishment scraps, not for your paper scraps at this moment. So embellishment scraps. So I have these. This is actually from, I think this is from a cake that my sister-in-law had. And it was like one of those really beautiful marble decorated cakes. So I'm just going to take a couple of those rhinestones. And then I have some lace in here. And I'm just going to cut off kind of like just a swatch of lace. It's so small that you want to cut it so that it's obvious that it's lace. If you have like lace that's actually small, you might want to use that instead. This is too thick. I don't want to use that and worry about it drying. I'm just trying to pick a good little spot to cut. Right. Now, I'm just going to kind of glue it where it looks nice to me. I want a little bit of the lace on both sides for this one. For whatever reason, I think that would look pretty cool. Ew. Ah. If you don't get burnt with your hot glue gun and you know how to handle it, this will probably be a hot glue gun moment. I always burn myself, even when I'm using big stuff, so I know I will burn myself trying to put these small pieces on. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. And then we'll do one more. So you could do one where you're just basically, where you're just using paper. Like you don't have to use some sort of embellishment. You can just use paper if you want, especially if you have like a bunch of scraps and like glittery or some sort of paper that really pops, even though it's in a small scrap. I cut this a little bit too small. I normally don't like to go that small with it, but it's okay. So I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna cut it so that it's not on the edge as the little final piece. Oops. And then I was making bookmarks earlier, so I have this little piece of paper that's pretty and it has a pop of color, so I'm just gonna make a little tiny strip and just glue it on there. And this is something that you could definitely do while you're bored and just sitting and watching TV, and you could have a bunch of embellishments ready next time you make a journal. Okay, so let's talk about attaching them real quick. These are obvious, they're just paper clips with a dangly added, so there's no special way to attach those. These, however, I have a couple ways that I like to attach them. It's up to you. You can do the dangly method and use a jump ring. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, let me be careful here. Okay, this jump ring is super strong and it's not budging. If you don't have any jump rings, you can use some wire and make you a couple. Whoa. Gosh. This is wire that I got from Walmart, so it's not even expensive. But it's decent thickness. It's 20 gauge. So if you're a jewelry making person, okay, I'm gonna come back because I need my big cutters. Okay, I'm back. So I'm just gonna cut this. This is a tutorial inside of a tutorial. I'm just showing you real quick how to make some jump rings. 20 gauge wire, I think it costs like $2 at Walmart. But you will need some decent tools. So I had to buy some big cutters after I had started making jewelry because I realized that wasn't gonna work with the small cutters. And then I'll just use my finger and just wrap it around a pencil or a pen. And then clip it again, but this time clip it where you're at the circular part instead of this part that you were holding. There we go. And then just start clipping it down to make little jump rings. This is just if you have this stuff on hand and you didn't, I don't know why you would have this stuff on hand, and you probably know that you can make jump rings, but this is just kind of random. I kind of think it's worth your time to just buy them. I think it's worth the money because the ease of use. But you never know. You might just have some wire that somebody gifted you because they didn't know what to get you. Does that ever happen to you guys? You're crafty and so people love you, but they don't know what to get you and they just get you random stuff that they really think for some reason that you can use, and you're like, that's not the area that I craft in, but thank you. like you're a paper crafter and then just get you a big ball of yarn. Thought you could make something with this. You're like, oh, okay, I'll do that kind of crafting, but thanks. Okay. Sorry if that bored you, but I just wanted to go ahead and just get a couple of those out the way so I have some. Okay, so the two ways that you could do it is the same way that you did with your dangly. Now you're going to make these into danglies. So I would put two just to make it more fun. Oops. You can do that. And jump ring and even it out. And there you have, oh, I put it on the wrong side. Well, that's the beauty of a paper clip. You can just do that. Okay, there you have embellished paper clip there. Or you can take another jump ring, put your danglies on it, and then add it to a tab in your journal. This works, I don't really know how it works if you just have some like fabric tab or a paper tab, but I normally have lace tabs. So since I normally have lace tabs, I'm able to always embellish it pretty easily. Embellish them pretty easily, I mean. Because I can just add a jump ring and then add whatever little thing I want to add. So here is my personal journal and a lace tab here. And if you stay tuned to the 12 Days of Junk Journal Christmas, you will see how I made this tab. But I have a tab here. So I have my jump rings and whoa, stuff is all falling out. I got journaling to do. I just poke it through pieces of the lace and just add it. But oh, I want to add it on the bottom so it dangles down. So yeah, that's the awesome advantage to using lace as your tabs. It's like it's backwards. I'm gonna flip it around. Okay. So now I have these cute little dangly paper clips that are embellished and collagey. Add something and they just dangle and look super cute on that tab. I love it. Well, out of focus, huh? Yeah, they look super cute on that tab. I love how that looks. So there you go, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this this day 6. Day 6. I'm all over the place. I have a lot of things that I'm trying to get done, and I definitely want to try to get this out to connect with more of the people in the community, the journaling community, and hopefully just give you some ideas, thoughts, and different ways of looking at stuff, or maybe inspire some people who don't have all their materials and tools yet, because I definitely don't either, and I feel your pain. So yeah, and with the dangly ones, like you can, this little bracelet can definitely be made into them. You can get like these little sort of dangles at Michael's or Hobby Lobby and put you a jump ring through the hole and then dangle it off the edge of a paper clip, and it's just a super simple way to add some embellishments to your journal. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna put these guys somewhere safe. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.